Oh, okay.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning, with the house.
Okay.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it. My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Okay. So, missing, you have information about... 2.3... age 11. So both L1 and L2 do the exact same thing. I'm just... Wait. I don't know what button I pressed. Triangle, okay. So triangle goes into this option. You got new game, you got play.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately. I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
This is my first place.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Yeah, I'm gonna see how this game is, and if I don't like it, I'm just gonna delete it for more space on my PlayStation. These are the sort of games that I like to...
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoofprints.
These are the sort of games that I actually would watch rather than play. Oh dear. Let's follow it, shall we? Yeah. Right.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
One weird house. Missing. Now before we actually go to the house, what we're going to do... Oh, I think it's just keeping it tight, right? Yeah.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
This is a hard, I would definitely be
Now,
playing.
as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me. Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
What sort of things can we mix together to make it explode, eh?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Can I do it again? Ding. Nope.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
This anybody doesn't look like anybody's been here for years. Looks decent wrecked, there's not a lot of dust.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
What the hell is that on the tap? Is that where you put like a washing up liquid? And then when you wash it down the tap? No.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Now imagine any one of these cookers in the house. Ooh!
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
It's wine, not blood. I know it's wine, look. I'm saying, quite modern, because you got an iPod.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Haha. Didn't expect that to happen.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
I can see feet are clean.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, My mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Well, before I go there, let's explore around here.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Let me go downstairs quickly, but I remember there's something going to be underneath. Considering that the peepholes, there's one over here.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Okay. And we're moving.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
This way. I remembered right. No. This way.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Oh, fuck.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
That's cute.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
What the hell is that? Oh, that's like a bug. Okay.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner.
Oh, okay.
I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
No.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it. My Halloween candy was all gone.
I know what you're gonna do now, eat the fish.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Get fishy. Is it a bathroom, right? Yeah, right. Okay, before we go that way, there's a door.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
I kept eating and eating.
Yeah. I wasn't bad, it wasn't good.
I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
What the?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
I'm gonna get
Mom
you.
and Dad didn't even look at me. I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
I'm gonna die, aren't I?
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass. Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
What the?
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Oh, shipwreck. What just happened? And what do you mean, dude?
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
No, in the game, I don't know. One minute I was a cat, then an owl, and now I'm a shark. Red shark, you know? Find something to eat so I can get out of the water. Here we go, looking good. Yes.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. Grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
What the heck am I?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
There we go.
was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. Passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
You get on the shark again? What?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer. All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay, I think we're gonna leave it here for now, guys. So yeah, just for the host Canon. But yeah, then guys, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Start next time we'll upload this to YouTube and see how well this does. Just for watching, guys.